So Tom, the whole idea of a skate park in Gorham, where did it come from?
There's been a lot of interest over the years in terms of a skate park. It was early in 2021 when myself and a few others from a community perspective saw that there was some interest in the community, and then we took a student and community survey that conveyed really some broad-based excitement for the idea, and so we built from there.
Now we're moving. Let's get somebody to help lead us in this design thing. Talk a little bit about how that worked out and what that process was to even, how do you put pen to paper? How does that happen?
Yep, so we actually, Cindy, one of your referrals early on, you put us in contact with the folks in Augusta that had recently put in a skate park. They were very generous. They shared a draft of their request for proposal, which is how you begin to select suppliers in terms of both the design and the development of the project. And so then we built upon that, and then working with the Skate Park Foundation, which is a foundation that was started by Tony Hawk. He helped us identify the most likely vendors to work with. And so that all came together in pretty short order, and it was really nice to see.
So we meet in the town council chambers. We've got our guy from Pillar Design. He sets the stage. Tell us how that all worked out.
Yeah, so he took the initial input that we had gathered from the community, came up with 3 concepts, and he brought in not only pictures that we could physically see, but 3D rendering software. And then it was really a working session with the community. Through that and the individuals that were there, we were able to narrow in on a design that we liked primarily to then build upon, and then we incorporated features from the others, and then brought in some new ideas from folks that were right in the room that night. I remember the broken sidewalk and this feature down at the end. Those all were decided right there with those community members, so it was exciting to see it come together.
This is a pivotal meeting for your input relative to the design of the skate park. And then, as Brad mentioned, really with an eye towards starting construction early this spring. So excited about the timeline we're on. I'm going to hand it over to Brad Sildecki, who is from Pillar Design, and he's going to take us through the concepts. Thank you, Brad.
All right. My name is Brad Sildecki. I'm the owner of Pillar Design Studios. Both my firm, Pillar Design Studios, and Artisan Skate Parks will be designing and building this park, which we should be starting in early 22. So this is a pretty quick turnaround when it comes to skate park projects, in my opinion. We worked on parks for 10 plus years for it to be built. So this is, congratulations. You guys have absolutely killed this one. In this idea, I'm connecting the entire park. So this one has a mini ramp in the first phase, a nice long linear street section, and a separate bowl for phase 2. So this mini ramp, as you can see, has got one end is enclosed, so we can drain the other end. We've got a nice roll in into it, a little bit of an extension, and then a long linear street section. Again, stairs, handrails, hub, A-frame, broken sidewalk, mani pad, mini ramp, raised bowl. And then a cool little feature right here at the end. I've never built this before, but a little banked hip with a radial ledge and a clamshell pocket behind it. So this is a little bit more drawn out, a little bit more spread out, skinnier, longer, constant runs instead of the circular idea. This still can be skated as a circle, just like the other concept. It's just there's a lot more distance and a lot more space in between each one. So it's just about how you skate it. It's about what your skill level is going to be. It's about how you want to grow. So each concept has something completely different in it, because we now have a direction. Now we can talk detail, and not everybody needs to hear details, but I want you to tell me the details that you want. All right? So everybody's happy with this direction? Okay. All right.
We will move to item number 2, which is another public hearing, site plan amendment Town of Gorham, Chick Property Skate Park.
This project, as Carol indicated, was brought in front of the board originally back on December 6th at a sketch plan review level. This was a community initiative that came forward, and through a thoughtful process, this location was selected. It made a lot of sense. We actually had been in front of the council on the project. The council has endorsed this project to move forward with. And again, this is really brought forward by a coalition of folks in the community who really want to make this happen at this location. This whole project is a lot of volunteers coming together. The town appropriated some of the recreational fees to help go towards it, but by far and large, a significant portion of the cost is going to be funded by private donations. The town went through an RFP process and selected Pillar Design, who is actually responsible for the design of it and also responsible for the construction of it. Gorham Sand and Gravel, a local company, is going to volunteer some of their time for some of the earthwork to help with the project. So it's really a community-based project.
It was amazing to see how the community really gelled around the idea. In particular, Gorham Sand and Gravel, Mark Curtis, reached out after we did the initial community survey, really in the spirit of offering, like, how could he help? And that was a very large catalyst as we think about creating energy, bringing credibility to the project early on. And Mark and Gorham Sand and Gravel played just a pivotal role in terms of not only supporting the project, but then allowing us to really build on that momentum. It was a great feeling to see how the community was coming together.
Yeah.
Item 2022-05-14, action to consider transferring recreational impact fees, administrative sponsored. Proposed Order 22-53, order that the Town Council authorizes the transfer of up to $234,296 originally allocated for construction of a baseball field at the Chick property towards the construction of 2 multi-use courts to be completed in conjunction with the Gorham Skatepark project.
Is there a motion? Motion by Councillor Shepherd. Is there a second? Seconded by Councillor Cush. Mr. Town Manager.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The council authorized funding for a ball field and parking area at the Chick property. This would be on the far back corner of the Chick property according to the master plan. We got into that project and quickly determined that we did not have anywhere near enough money, and that's when the market exploded, and we found out that we couldn't build either a parking area or a ball field with that amount of funding, so it just kind of sat there dormant for a while. As the council knows, the skate park project has taken off. I actually had a meeting on that today, and I'm very optimistic that I'll be signing a contract with the vendor probably in the next week, and they'll be starting construction this spring on that project, or I think maybe June if everything goes according to plan. A lot of Gorham businesses have donated materials, time and labor to that project. The skate park will be just kind of up from public safety. These courts are part of the plans. They're existing there, they're permitted, and the thought process is transfer the funding for us to take advantage of why contractors are there, and then kind of build this little self-enclosed park that's multi-use and get a little bit more bang for our buck. Unfortunately, the buck does not go very far nowadays, but it would be probably a better use for that area while preserving the rest of the Chick property, for a later date to be determined whether it's recreation uses, school uses, or just left the way it is.
No, I mean, I guess from a personal standpoint, if I'm looking at this project from the 1,000-foot view, having basketball courts next to a skate park makes sense to me. I don't disagree with the comments about the Chick property being utilized for future school expansion or whatever else, but for me personally, I like the idea of getting the community together to do outdoor recreation ideas. You've got trails there, you've got the football field behind there, you've got the basketball courts now, a skate park. I think it's really turning into a good community recreation area. Now, do I want to see a lot of planning going into potential growth of the schools there? Absolutely. But for me, it's a yes on this one, just because I think it's good for the recreation in the town. So, further discussion? Being none, all those in favor? 5 yeas. All those opposed? 2 nays.
I'm so glad I got to be a part of this. I'm glad I got to see the inner workings of everything and be a part of the process, and to see it all has been really cool. And to see this dream that I've had to have like a local park become a reality has been like really, really cool. So I'm super excited for not only like the skaters today, but the generational impact we'll have and what this will do for the next generation of skaters and scooterers and bikers as well. And I'm stoked that we could help create a safe and fun place for people to learn and do what they love.
You know, as we think about just the importance of a skate park for the community, it provides yet another outlet for individuals to get outside and really enjoy the outdoors, looking to really create an environment where folks can feel comfortable, where they can express themselves, where they can learn skills. And as we look around at the communities within the state of Maine, there's over 40 communities with skate parks, and it's time for Gorham to have a resource like this that the community can truly treasure.
We're gonna see how rugged these guys are. All right, we'll just do a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right. It's a good thing they got those big toys over there. We're gonna need those.
start, I received a phone call from a guy named Tom Dupuy. He told me he wanted to open up a skate park, and I said, okay, that's interesting, but I hear a lot of proposals, basically. And he said, well, I think we can really make this one happen. So I said, okay, what do you got? What do you need from me? And we kicked some notes around and kind of went back and forth. And by the end of it, I went, this guy's serious. He's not fooling around. So we presented it, I think, the next month at the town council meeting. He had the best plans, best layout I've ever seen in my life. And from there, he ran with it, basically. This guy, I said, how are you going to fund it? Don't worry about that. I'll find the money. Okay, crazy person, find the money then. And he did. He found it. Don't worry about it. I'll find volunteers. And he did. I'm standing next to one of them. From town efforts to meetings to whatever else, Tom just made it happen. He went out and made it happen, and he got it done. And really, enough good things can't be said about this community project, because this was truly a community project. From town government to private funding to private problem solving, it happened. And I have never seen a public project go through as quickly as this project went through. This is amazing. I hope everybody realizes what this brought to our community and just the incredible effort that happened to make it happen. And again, Tom Dupuy, my hat is off to you. Thank you.
Hi, so I'm Mark Curtis, Gorham Sand and Gravel. So the minute I saw that, I thought, yeah, we need to get involved in that. And I have the luxury of working for two genuinely appreciative humans, Tom and Jim Shaw. And when I bring him an idea and I say, hey, this is guy, I don't think it's quite crazy because I think he's going to get it done, but it'd be a lot easier if we could attach ourselves to it. That would give him some momentum. They don't hesitate. They're like, yeah, sounds good. And I'm like, but I didn't tell you what it was going to cost or what we're going to need to do. They said, yeah, if you think it's a good idea, Mark, let's just do it. Okay, good. So as we move along, I think, it's only 10,000 square feet. How much effort could it take? Well, it took a little bit of effort, which is fine. Because every time I came back and said, hey, I think it's going to take a few more days than we thought it was going to. It's going to take a few more loads of gravel than we thought it was going to. The thumb came up and they just said, yeah, do it. We'll figure it out. We're going to need to send our layout people down there to get it laid out, to get it squared up and get, yeah, that's fine. Just do it. We'll figure it out. So, that's the kind of commitment that the community makes. And I'm not trying to set our commitment above anybody else's because it took everybody here plus a lot of people to make this happen. That's just an example of the commitment that it took when we needed to figure out what was going to happen for stone, because there's a ton of stone underneath us. We don't make stone. We called Grondon and said, what do you guys think? And they said, yeah, we'll help. When we needed concrete, we called Auburn Concrete, and they said, yeah, we'll help. When we needed trees, we called Salmon Falls Nursery, and they said, yeah, we'll help. Nobody said no because they could see the dedication that was coming across in the plans, the passion that was coming across. As much as we appreciate Tom and his committee and all the people that are here, I really just want to thank everybody from the community, because without everybody pitching in a little bit, it makes it harder for everybody to do anything. So from us, just thank you, and what an awesome spot, what an awesome place. It's really turning into something. Cindy, great job on the vision. We love the layout and the master plan, so thank you very much.
As Cindy mentioned, I'm Tom Dupuy. I chair the Gorham Skatepark Project Committee, and so I'm speaking on behalf of that committee today. First and foremost, we want to thank you, the community, for the tremendous support over the last year and a half, taking this idea and making it a reality. As I look around, the folks that are standing beside me on the broken sidewalk in this feature, thank you for believing in us. Without that belief, this wouldn't have been possible. The project came together quickly and with really a phenomenal outcome, and that was a true collaboration of many individuals, businesses, and organizations. We started with great partners in Pillar Design Studios and Sebago Technics in terms of designing a skate park and surrounding site that reflects the unique elements of our community. Artisan Skate Parks then constructed a truly exceptional skate park that stands out as one of the best in Maine. There was an outpouring of support from local businesses and foundations, including Gorham Sand and Gravel, Gorham Savings Bank, the Maine Community Foundation, University of Southern Maine, R.J. Grondin, Auburn Concrete, P.A. Lefroy, Salmon Falls Nursery. Really, they each brought a unique element, a unique skill, and a competency and a partnership to solve the challenges that we face as we made this a reality. There was amazing support from the town council, the town of Gorham, and in particular the departments of community development, parks and recreation, public works, and the finance department. Those individuals involved were focused on what was in the best interest of the community and finding creative solutions to move the project forward. We want to also recognize the contribution of Mike Rich, who painted the mural at the end of the park, Jake Nicely, who created the beautiful sign that we have, and Matt Herrick in terms of the shrubs that we have here to celebrate the wonderful park. Personally, it has been an honor to be a part of this project and in creating such a wonderful resource for the community to enjoy. Thank you.
On 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah!